Welcome back to another video on League One Talk. I am co-host Michell Guest alongside other co-host Callum Toft and Wycombe fan Liam. Thanks for joining, lads. Today we are going to rank League One home kits for this season. Obviously, the Bristol Rovers one is just a concept kit, and Derby haven't released theirs at the moment. Starting off with Forest Green Rovers. What's your thoughts on that then, Liam?
Yeah, it looks pretty good, to be fair. I mean, it's quite similar to last season's one. And yeah, I'd probably, like, looking at the ranking system that we've got there, I'd say maybe a B or a C for me.
Callum?
Yeah, I kind of tend to agree. I think, it's a nice looking kit. I kind of think the Forest Green have got a good colour scheme with the green and black and everything. It kind of goes well when that is their iconic colours. I do like the stripes on it as well. So I think stay with Liam, I'll go for a B on this one. I think it's, a very good, well-rounded home kit, and it's not too bad. I don't think, with Challengers Pool, I don't think there's many bad kits this year, which is always a nice thing, but it is quite, basic for, not basic, but it's very the similar kind of styles what they go every year. So it is nice to see them stay, but I would like a bit of a change. I don't think that's why it's an A, but I do think, for a B, a high-end B, I think that would be a very good position for them.
Yeah. Well, my thoughts on this Forest Green kit, obviously, I believe this is exactly similar as last season's. I think they pretty much have the same one every season, like some teams do. Fair enough. I do like that pattern on it, though. I've always liked that pattern on the Forest Green Rovers kit. For me, it's just a C, but obviously, you two's gave it a B, so I'll be happy to put it in the B. But for me, it is a C.
I think should we go? We'll go. I think because it's two for one for B,
Yeah.
So we'll back it in the
Yeah.
B.
Yeah. So that's what we'll do. Obviously, if it's 2 for one of them, we'll just put it that one.
Cool.
Next up is the Plymouth Argyle kit. Callum, do you want to go first this time?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm not a big fan of it. I think, it's I don't know, it looks really dull and bland, personally. I think, it's a bit weird just having the whole green and the white arms, but, it's colours at the end of the day. You always kind of see the same kind of style and everything. But for me, I would put it maybe C. I think, it's an average kit at the end of the day. It's nothing too special, but it's, it's not a bad kit. I don't think there's many, like I said, from bad kits, but overall, it's just a basic kit. In my opinion, there's nothing too amazing about it, personally.
Liam?
Yeah, I mean, it's better than the one I thought they were going to go for, because I saw a few concept ones over the summer. I'd probably say a D, to be honest. I don't. It's a bit like Plymouth in general, really. Minimum effort and just really poor quality. So I think it's D, to be fair.
Yeah. For me, again, it looks completely plain. Nothing's going on in that kit. I believe the make there I can see is Puma.
Yeah, it's Puma kit, yeah.
Yeah, Puma. I've always liked a Puma kit. But nothing's going on there. For me, it is a D.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's majority. I'm kind of torn towards there anyway, so.
You can see as well with like the other kits, which we'll obviously speak about like later on. I mean, got Peterborough's kit and Barnsley's kit as well. They're both Puma as well. It's I just think that Puma haven't really done themselves any favours, really, to be honest. So yeah, I think D is appropriate.
Next up is the Ipswich home kit. Obviously, they've gone with that blue colour again. I'm not too sure what that sponsor is right in the middle of that.
Ed Sheeran's
Ed Sheeran's tour, because he's from Ipswich.
So Ed Sheeran tour. What I can't necessarily see is that Umbro.
Yeah, it's an Umbro kit. You don't really see them many around anymore.
I've never been a fan of an Umbro kit. never have, and I don't think I ever will be. Again, I think this is a decent kit. For me, it goes into that C category. I don't know about your two, but we'll go to you next, Liam.
I'm actually going to surprise a few people here, and I hate to say it, being a Norwich fan, I actually think it's the best kit in the league.
I'm tending to agree with that.
I actually think it's the best kit in the league. There is another one that is like kind of level with it. There's two others actually that are level with it. And we'll also talk about them. But yeah, I think the Ipswich one is part of my top 3 in the league, to be honest, to be an A.
Yeah, I'm tending to agree with him on this. I really like the design of like the actual writing on the kit. It's really nice. I think what they've done with the blues is really nice. And me, I'm from Origin, a Cambridge fan, so it's kind of hatred toward it a bit more. But I think overall, you can't knock this kit. It's a really nice looking kit, and I'd put it in A personally.
I've also seen like their training kit as well. I mean, when you look at like some of these kits and you see the training kit that goes alongside it, some kits don't really go along with the training kit, but I think this one, it really, really does, and I think it's great. Again, I really, really hate to say it, but I do think it's one of the best kits in the league.
Yeah.
So where are you two ranking the Ipswich home kit then?
I'm going to say A, yeah. I think, I'm sorry I'm disagreeing with you, Mitch, but I do believe it's a really nice looking kit.
It's fine. At first, some reason I couldn't see the pattern on it, but seeing the pattern clearly now, I can see why I put it at A. Fair play. Next up, I believe that is Next up is the Accrington home kit. Starting with you then, Liam.
Well, I like Accrington as a club. I like what they stand for, all that kind of stuff. But I think it's an E. I really don't like it. I think it's just it looks like a polo shirt that's had a transfer stuck on it. It really does. Does it have a collar as well, or does it not?
It looks like it does. Looking at it, there's a few collars.
Any way to make the image bigger at all?
Yeah, I'll be able to.
Like zoom in. Maybe?
There we go.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Anyway,
it's not a bad looking kit, but I just don't. I don't like the stripes down. The little stripes down here. It just looks a bit weird.
I just don't like it in general. It looks like a pub team that's just bought a standard Adidas shirt and decided, oh, bugger it, we'll just put Wham on the front. Why not? I just don't like it at all. I think it's rubbish.
Yeah, I kind of tend to agree. I just think it's very basic and very half-hearted effort. So I kind of think they've just looked at it and thought, that'll do. It's another shirt, so I was going to get a bit more money in.
To be fair, some of their kits, like for the last 2 or 3 years, they have looked quite similar to this, and they've actually looked better than this, even though they're all quite the same. But this, this is rubbish.
Are we all in cahoots with E?
For me, I do like the lines up on the shoulder, like the lines up on the shoulder. Yeah. But the white lines down the side, if it weren't for the lines down the side, I would have put it higher.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, it's an Adidas shirt as well, which is always good to have Adidas. But just for the pure fact, it's got that line down the sides. For me, that goes straight into that E category.
Yeah, I think we'll all agree with that one. I'll leave it like this, and then if we need to zoom it out and whack it up, I'll do that. But I'll leave them all.
I just think maybe it's too late, probably too early to talk about the 23-24 season already. I mean, I've only been started this one, but little note if the Accrington chairman's watching, please change it. Do something different, please. Just look at some of the other kits that are there. It's rubbish. It's so bad. I'd love to know what they're charging the fans for it as well, by the way, because it's not worth
Surprising
it.
if it's expensive.
Let me have a little Google search. Hang on.
That'll be in the boot sales at the end of the season.
I
bargain.
guarantee you go to any sort of. You'll think that's some sort of like $39.99.
Okay, so
40 quid pretty much.
it's actually quite cheap.
Yeah, I can see why.
Next up then is the Bolton kit. For me, I believe that's Macron in that. Mate. Yeah, Macron. It's pure white. I do like what they've done on the bottom half of the sleeve and around the collar bar with the blue or black, whatever that is, and red. They've got Service My Car as the sponsor. For me, that goes up in that around the C to D category. But we'll come to you two now, Callum.
See, I like the shirt, but it's the Service My Car thing. I'm sorry, Bolton fans. I'm probably going to get so much stick from the Bolton fans and their masses because of this. I'm going to have to knock it down a point just because it says Service My Car on the front. I don't know why it's bugging me, but you look at the other ones. You got your two and Mick George, all the kind of other, not big sponsors, University of Portsmouth and stuff. It just seems so out of place to have a car service. It sounds like some sort of like you go to Sainsbury's and get your car washed.
I'd rather have WAM written on the front. Service My Car.
I'd much rather have some 80s band than Service My Car.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Bolton fans, but I'm gonna have to put it in D just because of that. I like the kit, but it's just that.
Yeah. Yeah. D.
Yeah. Yep, I totally agree with you with D.
Yeah.
Next up then, I don't believe this is a confirmed. Like I said at the start, it's only a concept 2022-23. Looks exactly like the 21-22 season's kit, but if this is the kit for this upcoming season, for me, it's on automatic D. Exactly like last season's, no changes at all. But for me, if this is the kit, automatic that D category. Liam?
Yeah, apologies for the language I'm about to use, but shit club, shit kit, get it out, get it on E straight away, rubbish.
I've never been a fan of the blue then white then blue. I've never been a fan of them types of kits.
I mean,
I understand what they're going for.
Yeah,
but when it looks like a polo shirt.
Yeah.
Two, it's got that weird thing down the front that just looks like you're meant to be back at school. And it just looks, I don't know, it just looks so weird. Like you got the stripes in the middle as well. It just looks so messy.
If you put blue on like the diagonal corners of the shirt I'm wearing now, it would probably look better than that. It's almost the same, and like a gaffer tape stripe down the shirt, like down the sleeve.
Yeah.
But honestly, shit club and shit kit. E for me. Sorry.
Whack it below Accrington as well.
I've just seen that sponsor in the middle as well. Utilita Life with Power. Just for that sponsor, it does go in the E category.
I had that sponsor for years as well.
We had Utilita for a little bit.
Could be worse.
Shocking.
Next up then is your team's kit, Callum. Cambridge. I'll let you start first then, Callum, because obviously it's your team.
It's not a bad kit. I think home kits goes, it's better than we have had the last 2 years, in my opinion. We've had some really bad home kits, and the last years I hated, and I'm not ashamed. I didn't buy it at all, and I know I got a lot. People say, "Oh, it's your home kit." Didn't like it at all. But I actually quite like it. It's very basic, but you still got the patterns in the middle. It's really nice. I think a C personally for this one. It's a really nice kit. It's very, it looks basic on the front, but if you kind of look in the middle, it's got them like nice stripes and the color dynamic and everything like that, and you've got the Hummel stripes on the top as well. I quite like the kit as a whole, so I think a C for me personally. But it's good to get your guys' opinion on this as well.
Has it got like any has it got any background like patterns? Like,
Hang on.
do you know what I mean? Like under like the sponsor and all that kind of stuff. Like
I'm just
in
going
the
to grab.
background of it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah. There's the sides. It's hard to show on here, but there's the sides.
Right. But I mean, like on the front, you know, like under like the Mick George and all that kind of stuff. Is there like any? And it just looks, maybe it's just the way the photo is taken. Oh, okay. Right. Yeah. I'll go for a B. I think I quite like it.
Okay, then. So it comes down to
I
my
quite like
decision.
it.
Yeah.
Comes down to my decision.
I'm happy to put it in B if it's my, for my own club. But I was a bit more humble about it all. But
okay, so for me, I do like where it's gone. Like obviously the orangey gold, whatever color that is, with the white around, whitish color around the badge and above the sponsor. I do like that how they've done it. I do like how they've got the sponsor in big, and then obviously group just lower letters underneath Mick George. For me, I would also put that in the B category. I do like that as a shirt, and if obviously I was a Cambridge fan, I would 100% buy this shirt. But yeah, B for me as well.
Yeah, I'm happy to whack it in B. So, do we agree it's bigger than Forest Greens, or are we kind of saying what we kind of saying for both?
I'd say Forest Greens is better just because of the
pattern that they've got on the front.
Yeah, I tend to agree on that one. Yeah.
So the next kit, if you would like to scroll down, Callum.
Yeah, there we go.
Is that Charlton kit? Callum, do you want to go first on this one?
I quite like it. I think there's some sort of like, I think if I zoom in a bit more, you got that kind of like pattern, like the triangle pattern on that's quite nice. Is that a collar on there, or is it just? I don't know if it's just.
No, that's not a collar.
Yeah.
No, it just looks like a little ring around it.
I quite like it. The guy on the pitch seems to be enjoying the kit as well. That's always a selling point. But I think overall, I would put it in the C. I think it's a very good, well thought kit, and it's not that bad in my opinion.
Yeah. I'm quite interested as well. Like it seems a lot of clubs in England, especially, are going for Castor now as well, because they're kit maker, and they seem to be producing some decent kits. So that could be a trend that comes up in the seasons to follow. What do you say, a C for that, Cal?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Yeah, I reckon if the collar and like the bit on the sleeve, if that was all white instead of just black, then it'd be higher up. But the black, I kind of think just ruins it a little bit.
Yeah, for me, I'd agree. C. I do like that triangle patternish thing that they've got going there. They've got obviously the massive sponsor in the middle, RSK. For me, for it to stop going in that B category, is obviously the thing on the sleeve isn't going all around the sleeve. It's just half of the sleeve, and they've got black going around it. If it was all white, it would go into that B category. But for me as well, it is a C.
So we all agree. I think it's the first one we actually fully agree on for a C. So we'll take that one. But
that's all right.
Yeah. Next up then is that Cheltenham kit, and Liam, if you'd like to start with this one.
Yeah, I mean, first impressions before we started recording, I had a little look. I thought absolutely not. Wouldn't even use it as a tea towel, but it's kind of growing on me a little bit, like a bad smell. I like the stripes. I think they're really good. The collar again, it's the same color as the main color as the shirt, which is always good. The badge again. I've never really been a fan of Cheltenham's badge or the sponsor that they use. I'd say D for me.
Callum?
Yeah, I kind of tend to agree. I mean, it's very. Don't particularly like it at all, but I can appreciate it's not that bad compared to the other two. I don't know. It's a big thing with me with sponsors. I'm always kind of a bit more critical. I sell these at work, the Irish hours, so it's a bit weird overall. But I think just in general, it's an okay shirt. It's nothing. I'm not a big lover of stripes in general, like really small stripes anyway. I think they look a bit weird on shirts personally.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I've got like no hatred towards it. I just think it's better than the other two. I don't think it's better than Bolton's though. But I'd put it on the low end of D, borderline E. But
it looks similar to a shirt that Lincoln had a few years ago, like early 2000s.
Yeah.
I think I remember vaguely this shirt. Yeah.
Yeah, for me, if just zoom in a minute again.
Hang on, there we go.
For me, again, any shirt with a collar on, an actual collar, looks pretty much like a polo shirt or something. Obviously, it's not got the thing down the middle that makes it look full on like a polo shirt, but any shirt with that actual collar on a shirt, football shirt, doesn't make it look like a football shirt. Again, I like the lines going down it. The badge is obviously natural for there. At least it's not in the middle, otherwise that would have gone straight into it.
I quite enjoy the old shirts.
I don't like any shirt with a badge in the middle.
Yeah, they
But
seem to be
for me-
quite an old-fashioned club, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd agree with you in that D category for Cheltenham
D.
Town.
That's right.
Next up then is that Port Vale kit. And for me, where do I start? The front of the shirt looks completely plain. They've got that massive sponsor in the middle. Don't know whatever that sponsor is. Never seen that sponsor in my life. On the sleeves / shoulders, they've got that pattern going on. For me, that pattern doesn't work for me. Don't know about you two, but for me, this shirt goes into that E category. Sorry, Port Vale fans, if you're watching this, but for me, I'm not a fan of that shirt. Liam?
Can I just see what ones we've got in A and B so far?
Yeah, so we've got Cambridge and Forest Green in B, and then Ipswich alone in A.
Okay. If there was like a B2 category, like between the B and the C, I'd put this in there. Again, I've seen their away kit, and I was a big fan of their kits last season. I think I'm going to say B. The pattern on the side I like. Again, it's similar to Forest Green's. The sponsor is a bit weird, but it looks good. Like the logo, I think is a good logo. It's a shame they don't have like the gold parts of the badge. Looks like they've got rid of that, or they've just gone white and black for this season. All those little details count. But yeah, I think a B for me.
I quite like the kit. Personally, I think the sleeves, you normally see that on the kind of front, which I think is really different to this kit. It's really nice, and I quite enjoy the black and white kits anyway. The only thing is bugging me, is that sponsor in that massive black box, and it's just there. I think if they kind of change it, I know it's a sponsor, they have to have it on there. I just think if that was a bit different, it'd be a bit better. But I think a C or a B, I think, personally, it's one of them. I think I would put it high end C, but I'm more than happy to have it in a lower end of the B as well.
Okay.
Dilemma time. We've all got different opinions.
Did you say B or a C? Sorry.
Yeah.
Just for OCD purposes, I think
Like it in C.
I'd be happy to go for that.
Yeah, I'll put it above Charlton.
Yeah, it's better than Charlton's. Definitely. I'm just gonna have a quick look and have a look at Port Vale's kit from last season. I'm pretty sure it's better than that.
I'm sure it was, yeah.
Because I think they went for a white and gold rather than a white and black. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah, it was actually a really nice.
That
was like last year, if anyone's wondering.
it was beautiful. I thought last year, and they had the same sponsor as well. Yeah, their kits last season were a lot better than I think this season. And again, like I said, if they'd included the Goldie bits on the badge, that it is white and black, their badge on that. But if they put the gold bits in where they actually are, maybe it'd.
Yeah, it's a solid kit to be fair this year as well.
Yeah.
Even it's a solid kit this year as well. But
yeah, all good.
Next up, then, lads, is the Exeter City home kit. For me, I do like this kit. I am a fan of it. It's got the normal red and white stripes that they've got on it. I think it's similar to the last season's home kit. For me, I'd put this in the high C, lower B. I'd like to hear your two thoughts on it, Callum.
I like it. It's very, slick and very nice, but I think it doesn't stand out to me like the other. If I quickly zoom out, go back up, you've got in the C a really nice Port Vale kit and a good patterned Charlton kit. I think for me, it's going to be high end of D just because of how not basic, but just how in my opinion, the C's are a lot better than the Exeter one. I think I would put it low end C max, I think personally for me, but I can appreciate it's a really nice kit. I think it's Joma that make these guys kits.
Yeah,
I believe. Yeah. Which you don't really see much more of them anymore, so fair play to them. But I think overall it's an average, kit that doesn't really stand out to me massively, but I've got no complaints for it.
So what I've just started doing is I've got Football Manager open, so I'm looking at last season's kits while we're talking for each team, and so last season they had it was like a solid red bit at the top with the same sponsor, and then just two single white stripes down at the bottom of it. With like a half and half white and red sleeve with a white bit at the top. So it's considerably different. It's more of an old style Brentford shirt than an Exeter, or than last season's Exeter. So I think it's probably a C for me.
Yeah. I'm happy to go for a Caesar Hallberg and that. So
Next up, then, is the team that no one likes, NK Dons. Liam.
I'm so glad you came to me first. So glad. So glad you came to me first. I love it.
I rinsed MK Dons enough last night, so it's your turn tonight, mate.
Good, right.
Because Callum did it last night, you get your chance first.
Where do I start? Firstly, I just want to say cheers for the playoff final. And secondly, it's funny how a women's game could sell more tickets than MK Dons. Never mind. Moving on to the kit. It just looks like someone sat in front, worn last season's kit and sat in front of a bonfire with the smoke like with the black smoke all over it.
Yeah.
There's no real effort at all. You know, it's just typical MK, really. You know, they've put more effort into things off the pitch than they have onto like on the pitch matters. It is horrible. It's just too similar. They changed the sponsor. Congratulations, you've changed the sponsor. Well done.
What happened in the world?
Yeah. Well, just. Shame they couldn't go up last year. So yeah. No, I think it's a D myself, and that's being generous.
For me, MK Dons fans are going to absolutely hate me after this video because
I haven't got any fans. It's fine.
Last night I ranked their stadium in the bottom category, and this video I'm going to rank their kit in that bottom category. I am not a fan of it. Like you just mentioned there, Liam, it looks like there's smoke all over it. With all that, whatever it's going on, no effort whatsoever. If they're going to do that, at least have a pattern like Charlton's got with the faded in triangle pattern on their kit. It worked. But with smoke, it looks like they've just put over fire. And then there you go. There's your kit, MK Dons. This kit, for me, still not going to make them sell out the stadium. They're still going to have less fans in it, or the away visitors. But for me, it goes into that E category, 100%. It's not better than that Bristol Rovers concept kit, and it's 100% not better than that Accrington kit. Go on, Callum.
I mean,
beautiful.
All I'm going to show is this. It looks like a marble, like the marble effect. I feel like.
Brilliant. Love it.
It looks like a Suzuki tire's gone over it. Either one, you know. They're just setting up some humiliation now, in my opinion.
That's a good one. I like that for you. That's good.
As soon as I saw it, I've been holding off this for ages to mention that, and I finally got it out there. So I'm quite proud of myself for that. I'm agree with Michell. It's the worst kit, and thankfully no one will buy it because they've got no fans.
The S stands for shit as well. Just like point that out.
Shit. Yeah, we're just gonna whack it down here, and I've rinsed them enough over the time, and I'm sure I will do during the season after the first game of the season. So we can carry on.
These MK Dons fans are gonna rinse us dry tonight.
Well,
there's only about 100 of them.
To be honest, in the semi-final of preview last season, they didn't bother to turn up. So you know, so it's just funny. Yeah. Anyway, never mind.
We should do a separate video just on how bad MK Dons are.
Next up,
what? You won't have enough. You won't have enough space on the Zoom call for the amount of.
Oh yeah, it's true. I've only getting like 2 hours storage on this.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mitch. Carry on.
Next up then is that Fleetwood home shirt. Callum, do you want to start?
Yeah, I mean, I quite like it. It's very, you know, I think it's got like some sort of like stripes that kind of fade out, which I think is really cool. I think Hummel do make always nice kits. Then obviously make Cambridge a bit biased, but you know they make Everton's kit as well, which is really nice, and they're very, you know, I really like their kits. I think overall, it's not a bad kit. I think it's nothing too special, but I do quite like the design. So I think I'll give it a C. I think, you know, it's different, but nothing spectacular in my opinion.
Liam?
I disagree.
No.
I disagree. Sorry. Again, I'm looking at last season's kit. If we did this last season, their kit would probably be in the top in A or B. They've let themselves down massively. It's actually worse than MK Don's kit, in my opinion, which takes a lot. It's the same kind of principle that we said for the Accrington kit. You know, they've bought it looks like they've bought an old Arsenal shirt, stuck Bez Utilities on the front of it, and a Fleetwood Town badge. I don't like it at all. I really don't.
For me, instead of best utilities, you might just put a T on the end of that for best.
Well.
But as a whole entire shirt, I mean, it's okay. It is okay when we get to the faded part around the badge. For me, that goes into that D category.
Oh God, we're all mixed.
That I don't know, because part of me is edging for the E, but part of me is edging for the C.
I'll tell you what
I'm
we'll
not
do.
sure. I'll let you choose where to put this one.
We'll put it
I
there.
think
Put it in the middle of them both.
I would
there.
say, I would say if you moved Cheltenham's down
Yeah.
to D.
Oh, hang on. You say Cheltenham? Yeah, Cheltenham down to E.
Cheltenham down to E. Sorry.
Yeah.
And MK's one is better than Cheltenham's and Fleetwood's. I put MK up to D, in my opinion.
Okay.
Because it does look better. You have to say that.
Yeah. It's a better shirt than.
Yeah, it does look better than Cheltenham's and Fleetwood's. As much as we dislike MK and all they stand for, we can have a laugh and a joke about it. It does look worse better than the other two kits.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Next up, then, if you're about to zoom in, then Callum.
No, hang on. There we go.
Thank you. Is that Shrewsbury Town shirt? Liam, if you would like to start with this.
Yeah, I quite like it. I don't know what the hell tough is.
I'm Googling it now, to be fair.
Does that say supermarket?
Yeah.
Right.
That's a
No.
supermarket as well.
Right.
Hang on.
Right.
Focus.
If it's a supermarket, right. Okay. Right. Okay. Oh, actually, hold on. So I'm looking again at last season's kit. Not even joking. There is one difference.
Is it the sponsor?
No.
Oh.
It's actually the Umbro badge.
Stuffing that.
The Umbro badge is yellow on this one and white on last season's. So for that, I'm sorry, but E.
Yeah, I agree. If it's nothing's going to change at all, and you've got.
And plus, it's a supermarket in the middle of bloody Shrewsbury.
Yeah. Exactly the same as last season's. That supermarket. Oh my God, that just throws me off it completely. I think we all agree with an E for this one. I think it's by far the worst kit that we've gone through so far.
Whack it down there.
Yeah.
There we go.
Is that definitely this season's kit?
I did get that from 22-23.
Okay.
But obviously, Shrewsbury fans can comment down below if it is actually this season. But when I did get this and uploaded it onto this, it did say 22-23 on it.
Yeah, that is on their website.
I did get it off their website. So that's the only reason why I did go with this.
Fair enough. No, that's right. Fair enough.
Next up then is the Burton Albion shirt. And Callum?
Yeah, got it. I quite like it. It's nothing special. I mean, you can't see the bottoms, you can't see the patterns on it, but I don't think it's that bad of a shirt, to be fair. There's not much to comment about this one, in my opinion. It's an okay shirt in a way, it's nothing. It reminds me of Burton in general, there's nothing bad about them, but nothing too spectacle about them either. They're just there, really.
Liam?
Again, looking at last season's one, last season they had a stripe going through where the badge and the C is, like E and the C is for their sponsor, like a black stripe. That's literally all they've done, and changed the collar. So I'm sorry, but we have to, I'm just going with what we've done for previous ones. E.
Yeah.
you know, they've downgraded again. You know, the one with the black stripe actually looks good, and you can associate black stripes like yellow and black with Burton. Again, you know, it's just not that great.
Yeah, for me, it is obviously a plain yellow shirt, like Burton pretty much just do, I think, pretty much every year. I don't focus too much on other teams' kits, ideally, but obviously will be from now on. But for me, I do like this shirt, to be fair. I do like it. It's not worse that it's 100% not worse than that Shrewsbury kit. I don't think any other kit can be this season. I do like how they've gone with the black collar and around the sleeves. For me, it goes lower end C, high D. In fact, no, lower end C for me. But
I
obviously,
would put it in middle D. I think personally. I think yeah.
I actually, no, I've changed my mind. Actually, I agree with Michell.
Well, I'm happy.
Okay.
Back it there. That's fine.
I agree with Michell.
Next up then is the Lincoln home shirt. For me, where do I start for this one? What does that make in that top corner?
Branston. I don't think it's the Branston pick all the way. I'm just Googling it now.
Okay. Well, whatever it is, I've never heard of it.
They haven't had the best track record recently, I think, with sponsors.
Yeah, for me though, if they put the red lines all the way through the shirt, I'd put it higher than where I'm going to put it. But they've got red, then it's gone with that white where the sponsor is. And for me, when you have that gap in between the colours of the natural kit, it does not work for me. I know I said that about a few kits.
So they did that last season as well, but again, I'm looking at it here. The gap was actually a bit bigger, so it was a bigger sponsor because they had like a little badge above it, and then the writing underneath the sponsor.
Yeah, but
do you guys want to know what the sponsor is?
Go on.
Potato Company.
Oh my gosh.
National Potato Supply Branston.
Do you think they did that before or after they appointed an Irish manager?
It was the reason, wasn't it?
Well, maybe, yeah.
I'm going D. I'm going low end D.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can agree. Yeah, there's not much. Yeah, we'll back it there. It's not much to say about it. To be fair, it's just there, isn't it?
Next up, then, is the Morecambe kit. Liam?
Yeah. So, I think I know we were talking about sort of basic kits and stuff like that, but I like it again. You know, last season they had a white stripe going through it, a bit like Middlesbrough used to have a few years ago, and I do like it. You know, it's pretty good. I would say. What other ones have we got on C? Just so I can.
So we've got at the moment. So we've got Port Vale, Charlton, Exeter, and Burton.
I might go for a B, actually.
Yeah, I tend to agree on this one. I think it's for a basic kit, and also you got the stuff down the side as well, which I quite like that bit down there as well. It's for a basic kit. There's another one here as well, which I want to mention that I really like as well. But I think overall, I think a B. I think low end B, but I do think it's a really nice kit.
Yeah, I agree with your low end B. For this one, obviously not
for the patterns.
Yeah.
Like, if it's a basic pattern but it looks good, that sort of makes it better, if that makes sense. Like with the Accrington one, for example, it's a basic pattern, but it makes it look worse. That's why it's like further down. I mean, maybe they could have had some stripe like they had last season, but yeah, I think
nice. It's a nice kit, to be fair.
Okay, then up next is the Oxford kit. Callum?
Well, with my, where is it? I think, I'm going to show you the Arsenal 91-93 away kit when it wants to focus.
Oh dear. Yeah.
Yeah, it reminds me of that, which I quite enjoyed the Arsenal kit from back then because it was different.
Mm.
I just don't know what they're going for this. I really don't understand why. But
you'd expect it to change a little bit though, from back then.
Yeah, I think you kind of expected it back then as well from the outrageous kits you used to get. I think it's a D. I don't particularly like the kit, but I can appreciate it's better than some of the others we've had on it, and it's a change. You've got to respect the change for it, but
yeah,
I just don't like it in general. I wouldn't be buying it if I was an Oxford fan.
No.
Liam?
No. I don't know. I really don't know. I seem to have lost the. Could you just zoom out again so I can just see all the other choices?
Yeah.
Like the other options that we picked. D.
Yeah.
D.
Mitch, you happy to go with D or?
Well, for me, I can't exactly say out about that one. I can't disagree with you, so yes, D.
Looks like a Sheffield Wednesday training kit rather than Oxford United shirt. When you guys had a bit of yellow, but no.
Yeah. Final 5 or so kits then. So Peterborough United up next, and for me, I think that's a pattern behind it, like line patterns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm always up for kits that have got like, even if it's small patterns behind. Obviously, Mick George group there in the middle. I think we've all just seen another kit with that exact same sponsor.
Same with us, yeah. Cambridge and
we don't need to
Peterborough,
talk
same
about
sponsors.
Yeah, Cambridge. They've got Puma. I do like a shirt with Puma. For me, I'm gonna say C for that, but I'd like to see what you guys say. Liam?
Yeah. Same as it's not like last season's at all. They've gone completely different to what it was last season. Basic again. Not really a lot of effort with some of these kits, which is a bit disappointing. But you have to say, like, whatever we gave Cambridge, it has to be the same, I think, because it's basically the same shirt, just a different colour.
Yeah, as much as I hate to say it, it's not a bad kit. I would give it. See, if I put them, hang on, let's quickly put them like there for a minute and zoom in up there. They're pretty similar.
Yeah.
I'm happy to whack it in B. It's a nice kit, to be fair. I really like the blue on it as well.
Yeah.
As much as I say to kind of compare, Cambridge to Peterborough and everything, but I do think it's a really nice kit, and Puma have done really well on that, and
yeah,
I'm sure they're getting some good money through it. So fair play to them for making a nice kit.
Yeah, obviously I was putting them high C, but I'm happy to put in B. Next up then is, of course, it's not going to be a Portsmouth shirt without it being plain and simple. I think they go plain simple pretty much every single season, and it is natural for some teams to just do that. For me, like I've mentioned earlier, I've never been a fan of a collar. It looks like you're going to go to school, and I would go to school in this Portsmouth shirt. It looks exactly like one, obviously just blue. But with it being Portsmouth, they've got the red and white lines on the bottom of the sleeve. They've got white going down the side of the shirt. For me, that's high-end D, low-end C. But yeah, Callum.
I really like the shirt. It could just be me. I think the collar, you got to knock a few points down because, Portsmouth collars. But I think overall, it's a really nice basic color. I really like the blue on it as well. It could just be the photo. It could be different.
Yeah.
person, but I think it's a really nice basic shirt with some nice patterns, and I don't think it's that good, but I think I'll give it a high end C. I think personally, I really enjoy it, really like it.
Okay.
Yeah. It looks like a different, gone for a more vibrant blue than last year. So yeah, collar this time as well. The sleeve detail, the detail again under the arm, down the side of the shirt. It looks like there's something on the top of the shirt as well.
Yeah, it does seem something up there.
So detail in places where there needs to be detail, I think. Yeah, I'm happy to go with a majority if there is a majority.
Yeah, it was both B.
I'll be happy to put it in B.
Yeah.
Yep.
On to the final three.
I'm just typing something in a minute to see. But next up is Barnsley. Obviously, they've got the pure red kit like they always do every year. Obviously, it's not got a sponsor on, which is what I'm searching up now, and their sponsor is DX. So I'm going to look forward to seeing what the kit looks like after they have got that DX sponsor. If they do put, obviously, that, which I'm pretty sure they would, if they put that DX sponsor in the or anywhere around that shirt, probably more likely in the middle. Without the sponsor being on it, I do like it, even though it's completely plain. I do like it, and I hate to say, but it is a nice kit. Obviously, with the sponsor on, it might ruin it. But for me, I'd put that in low end C. Liam?
Same. Yeah. There's not really much you can say about it because they've improved in some areas from last season. They've got red and white detail on the sleeves and the sort of the neck area. Last season they had like a checkered background like on the shirt. Obviously without a sponsor as well, it's difficult to tell. But yeah, C or a D.
Yeah. Callum?
Yeah, it's not, like you guys said, there's not a lot to say about it. I think D because it's so basic.
Yeah.
But it's nothing bad about it, but I think I'd put it, middle of D, I think personally. It's not.
Yep. I don't mind putting it in D. Next up is your team, Liam. Wycombe. Almost said Cambridge then. But yeah, Wycombe. Because it's your team, I'd let you go first, Liam.
Well, yeah, there's two ways you can approach it. The one from last season, it was great. I think we listened to fans really, and we didn't like the cherry red records on it. We didn't like the swan in the background. We're easily pleased. Do what we want, and we're happy. Keep it nice and plain. Yeah, it's fine. There's not really anything else you can say about it, really. It's just, yeah, that's what it is.
So where would you rank it?
I'd go for a D.
I tend to agree. It's not nothing special. I'm not a big lover of the checkered, but it's better than Bristol's. It's not.
Yeah.
It's basic. It's a nice kit. I wouldn't be disappointed if I had it, but I don't think overall it's that bad overall. Personally, it's there's not much to say about a basic kit.
We did better than Bristol Rovers last season, so we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
We're better, hands down.
Yeah, well, obviously, I've never been a fan of the quarter shirts, and I've said that with Bristol Rovers, but I've got to admit it is better than that Bristol Rovers shirt, and obviously I'd agree in that D.
Can we just move us higher than Plymouth as well, please? Just
Yeah, I'll whack you guys at the top end of Plymouth.
thank you.
And last
Get them
but not
out of the-
least
get them out of the way.
is my team, Sheffield Wednesday.
Already on it.
Fuck off.
We'll just leave that there.
Um,
I'm joking.
if you'd like to zoom in on it.
Yeah, I can't move it actually down, so I'll just have to move it at the end. But there
Okay.
you go. This one. Here.
I'll start on this one. It's good to have an actual sponsor on the shirt for once.
Hey.
Saves having transfer in the middle because oh my god, I just did not like it with just transfer in the middle. We've actually got a sponsor in the middle. I don't know much about host and stay. But for me, that automatically is a bonus for us. We've got a sponsor in the middle. I like how we've got the blue and white stripes, obviously for our theme around the collar and the bottom half of the sleeve. Obviously, it's pretty much exactly like we go with every year, blue and white stripes. In my opinion, our away kit is better of the two because our away kit, like every year, is completely different. But for me, I'm not going to be biased and just straight put it up in that A category. Although I'd love to put it in A. But for me, I'm going to say, if we had Chancery on the front, it would go into C category. But I'm going to put it in B. I'd like to hear what you two say on it. Liam?
You're going to like this. Best kit in the league.
Okay.
Best kit in the league. The sponsor works. I love the collar. I think the collar looks brilliant.
Yeah, it's different to what we have on the collar as well. That's what makes me put it that high where I have put it. Obviously, I'd say A, around A-B category.
You've reversed the stripes as well.
Yes.
Which makes it look even better. So yeah, best kit in the league.
See, I would say it's top two. I wouldn't put it above Ipswich, personally. But I would put it in the A category, definitely. I think it's a really nice kit. And the stripes on it, I don't know, it's a darker blue than usual. So it could just be the photo on my screen. It looks darker.
That one looks brighter. The blue on this one looks brighter than last season's.
That could just be my screen then, being quite bright. But I think overall, it's, I can't complain about the kit. I'd be really happy with it overall. I really like the collar and this, even got the little bits on the arm as well with the sleeves. It flows really nicely as a kit. And you see sometimes you get Shrewsbury next to it. They haven't got onto the arm. I really like that Sheffield have done. It's really, it's so much more cleaner and you can tell it's a lot more care into it. So we'll back it up there. And, I think overall them two are the best kits by far, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Is there any you guys would change?
I would actually change Morecambe's. I think Morecambe's is A as well.
Yeah, I think I'd put Portsmouth high in B personally.
Portsmouth is better.
Yeah, Portsmouth high B.
Yeah.
I kind of agree with Liam putting Morecambe A. Obviously, I don't think Morecambe's better than ours and Ipswich's.
No.
But yeah, I'd agree with Liam with that one.
Yeah.
And I'd obviously agree with you with that one for Portsmouth.
Yeah.
For me,
what about going near the bottom? We kind of think it. What's the worst?
I'd say this is just me, but I don't know about your two. I'd say Fleetwood is better than that Cheltenham kit. That's just my opinion. I don't know about your two.
Yeah, well, I don't know why Fleetwood's. I quite like the Fleetwood kit personally.
Yeah, I like Fleetwood's kit.
But we'll whack it there, and then
maybe even put Barnsley in the bottom and put Fleetwood.
Yeah. We do that.
Yeah, I'd say because obviously that Barnsley kit's got no sponsor on at the moment,
Yeah,
and we don't know what it's
really
going to look
basic.
like with a sponsor on. Yeah.
What
But-
we saying's the worst kit of the league? Are we saying Shrewsbury?
Shrewsbury. It's got to be Shrewsbury kit that is the worst.
Yeah, I still think Shrewsbury or even Cheltenham.
Yeah, if I we work them. I say them three collectively are the worst ones.
Yeah, 100%.
One hasn't even been. Well, we don't know where Derby's are, so they're down the bottom anyway.
Derby's one. I've been following their progress quite a lot because obviously we had some money that was meant to be given to us by them. So I've been following their sort of off season quite a lot, and it's basically last season's.
Fair enough.
Last season's, but with like a supportive message towards Derby County, something
No,
like a motivational message towards Derby. But it would be an E. It would be.
Yeah.
fair enough. We'll imaginary Derby be down there as well then, but yeah, I think that's everyone. Well, thanks guys for for joining us this evening and ranking. Let us know in the comments your opinion kits and what team where you'd rank your team's kit as well, and also the Ed disagreements. I'm sure there's going to be some out there, and anytime I'll leave mine and Mitch's Twitter down below, and obviously Liam's social media guys give us a follow as well, and we shall see you guys next time.